And this is game one of a 3-game series, so the stakes are getting higher and higher as we enter the knockout stages of this year's Basketball Champions League. It's the 4th edition of the Basketball Champions League, and what a great regular season it's been. 14 games in the regular season. Now we are at the knockout stages, and 2 great teams from the French Pro A and from the VTB League in Russia. There is your road to the Final 4. It's going to be round of 16 and quarterfinals, both best of 3, and then the Final 4 will be decided. The venue will be decided following on from the quarterfinals. The crowd is filling up. It is an absolute packed arena here in Dijon. They love their basketball and they love the Champions League. Dijon finished second in their regular season group, which was Group D, record of 9-5, 1 behind Zaragoza. They had a massive win against Besiktas to finish their regular season. Turk Telekom beat Besiktas, the all-Turkish battle, and the winner of that game, that series, will meet the winner of this series. So Dijon finished second, and Nizhny Novgorod, they finished 3rd in Group C with a record of 9-5, 1 game ahead of Peristeri Windmasters. This is JDA Dijon's first Basketball Champions League playoff game, and Nizhny are attempting to win their first away playoff game, having lost their last 2 previous attempts. Here are the rosters. Nizhny Novgorod first. Look out for Jenkins, Nastupkovic, Brandon Brown, Ivan Strebkov, Terrell Parks as well, one of the leading players in this team. Dijon, 3rd in the French Pro A last season, 18-19 season. There's JDA Dijon. Solomon and Suleiman have been to the fore for this team. David Holston at 5'6", but he leads assists and he's 2nd in steals on this team behind Axel Julien, 2.9 steals a game, and this team leads steals per game category in the Basketball Champions League at 11 steals a game. Look out for Lamont Ulmer as well, leads this team in efficiency. And Alexandre Chessong, of course, Chessong and Julien represented France in the recent Eurobasket qualifiers. Eurobasket qualifiers for 2021, that is. So we're just moments away from the presentation of the teams.
Official presentation, Nizhny Novgorod. Composition numéro 1, number 1, Michael Jenkins. Numéro 5, number 5, Alexander Yankiewicz. Numéro 7, number 7, Sergei Toropov. Numéro 8,
Toropov, 30 years old, Russian, 2'6". Nastupkovic. Brandon Brown, one of the leading players on this team. Pavel Antipov, 28-year-old Russian. Terrell Parks. And Evgeny Baburin, Russian international. So much experience in this group. Parks leading the rebounds, Jenkins leading the scoring, and Brown leading the assists for Nizhny Novgorod. Parks leading the efficiency of 17.7. So watch out for those players. Nastupkovic 3rd in rebounds as well. Now, Dijon. They've got to make the most of home court advantage. There will be 2 games here and 1 in Novgorod in Russia. It's huge, it's massive. It's the Basketball Champions League, round of 16, and here comes Dijon being introduced. You've got Solomon, followed by Suleiman from Nigeria. It's Richard Solomon, USA, 2 meters 10. Rajic just playing a small amount of minutes per game, but as we've seen in this Basketball Champions League, heroes are made right before our eyes here on livebasketball.tv. David Holston, Jeremy Lalou, 6.6 points a game. Holston, 6.9 assists per game, 11.1 points a game. They've picked up Saulius Kovitas, 29-year-old Lithuanian as well. Lamont Olma, 11.2 points a game. He's third, scoring third in rebounds, first in efficiency. And there, Axel Julien and Alexander Chasson, 2 French teammates, and you could tell when they were together. I did the France-Montenegro game. They link up so well. There's the referees to tonight's game. 3 of the best, as always, with the FIBA competition. From Greece, Georgios Prosenidis. From Poland, Wojciech Liska, and Spain, Fernando Calatrava. This is starting 5 for Novgorod. Astakovic, Brown, Antipov, Terrell, Parks, and Evgeny Baburin. He will provide 3-point shooting. He'll stretch the floor. Loads of experience. There's Brandon Brown. Regular season, 13.9 points a game. 6.4 assists per game and 1.9 steals per game. That is impressive stuff. And there's Zoran Lukic, the head coach for Nizhny Novgorod. Big job on his hands tonight. They got here, Nizhny Novgorod, without the need of any countbacks. They had 1 game to spare above Peristeri Windmasters. Here is Dijon starting 5, Suleiman, Olma, Loom, Chesson, and Julien. So Julien leading steals. Chesson, 11.3 points a game. And there's David Holston, 2-ball dribble warm-up. Regular season, 11.1 points a game, 6.9 assists. He leads this team in assists. Dijon are averaging 21 assists per game. And there's Laurent Legnaim, 42-year-old, been with Dijon since 2015.
Everybody rebound that. After 4-5 edge, okay, Abdou and Lamont to switch, okay, except the first one. And except on 2. On 2 is a 2 pick in a row. Attention le split. After it's flat. Okay. Offensive leg we set. Option side. Start first with the side corner with the 5. Then faster move the ball. Faster. Good pass. Okay? Change a little bit. Okay? Step by step, quarter by quarter. Let's go. Nizhny Novgorod.
Coach Legnaim just reminding his team and Zoran Lukic step by step, quarter by quarter, and it's a 3-game series. Could go all the way. 2 fine teams. Just moments away now from game 1, round of 16 between JDA Dijon and Nizhny Novgorod. Will Dijon be mustered tonight, or will Nizhny Novgorod come from Russia without love? We're going to find out right here on livebasketball.tv, the only place you can catch all the Basketball Champions League action live and exclusive. Don't forget, download the Basketball Champions League app as well. We'll speak more about that fine bit of technology as the game progresses. Here we go. Dijon versus Nizhny Novgorod. And what a start by Nizhny Novgorod. Pavel Antipov with the quick dunk. Dijon in white. And Nizhny Novgorod in the dark uniforms. Open jump shot from the elbow is good. Chasson straight into the action, just finding the seams, finding the gaps. Skip pass all the way across, shots up and short for Astapkovich. Here comes number 2 in assists for this team. Hesitation by Julien. Lamont Ulmer lets fly, and he makes it for 2. Number 1 in efficiency, and that looks a pretty efficient shooting form for Ulmer. The steal of the game, deflection leading to a steal by Julien, who is number 1 in steals at 2.9 steals a game because he sees the man, sees the ball. Always gambling. Oh, nice pass inside. Chasson. And foul before the shot. Antipov with the foul. There's a clear foul there as he reached round. Zoran Lukic not happy. Antipov being withdrawn from the game. Maybe coach feels it's an unnecessary foul there. Just let the play develop. Didn't need to reach round. It's maybe what he's going to be speaking to him about. Suleiman to Julien. And a turnover. Almost. But Nizhny Novgorod just couldn't quite get their hands on the loose ball there. Shots up from the free throw line is good. Chasson. 2 points and Dijon by 4. Brandon Brown, pull up with fade, is just short. And Abdoulaye Loum picks up the rebound, screen, penetrate, kick from the corner is just off. Lamont Ulmer with that shot. Ball's loose, good hustle on the defense there by Ulmer. Brown, back to Brown at the top. Shot clock, running down. He's doing all himself. Extra pass, they need to put it up, Baburin just off, but they get the offensive rebound. Nice job there. Great offensive rebound by Nizhny Novgorod. Loum to Suleiman. Suleiman pulls up just long. A little bit of one-on-one there off the screen. Here comes Nizhny. Oh, what a pass and what a finish by Chadov. He's come straight in the game and he looks really sharp. 3 points, 2 rebounds and a block versus Riga in game day 14. No good, but no good then, and Parks with the rebound. Number 1 rebounder for Nizhny Novgorod with 9 rebounds a game. Here's the number 9 for Nizhny Novgorod, Brandon Brown. That was a wonderful pass from Chadov, right on cue. Just running the floor over the top of Axel Julien. That was a perfect execution by the young player. Just 18 years old, Chadov. Oh, nice pass, but blocked at the rim. Not in this house. Holston kicks it back out. What a block by Loom, and all the way to the basket. David Holston, highlight player before the game, and he's already had some highlights during the game. Just Holston, easy as you like, straight round Parks. And Astapkovich. Julien, double twist, pirouette, spin. And Chesson follows his club teammate and national team teammate to the hoop, and he just tips it back in. Chesson with a quick start here, and Dijon lead by 4. Ball's almost knocked loose all the way across. Inside, good ball movement to Parks. Heavy pressure from Chesson. Great ball movement, shots up, and shot is good. Jenkins with the 3, that is beautiful play. Michael Jenkins knocking down the 3 for the visitors, Nizhny Novgorod. On the road, trying to win their first away Basketball Champions League game at the 3rd attempt. Substitutions. Chadov comes out, but did a good job when he came in at very short notice. Holston trying to feed the pass through to Chesson, but Nizhny can take the lead here. Brown, Astapkovich, and there's a whistle. Chesson sprints off as he moved his feet initially, but fouled Brandon Brown. And here comes Solomon, Richard Solomon. 2 meters 10, 10 points, 7 points a game. So more firepower coming off the bench for JDA Dijon. Nice fake all the way for the throwdown. Pavel Antipov. Nizhny Novgorod by 1. Julien. Wrap around pass, too much for Solomon to handle. Julien comes out. There's the throwdown. Shots up just long. And Nizhny Novgorod, here comes Dijon. Pull up J from deep. David Holston, leading player, leading assists. Second in steals, 11.1 points a game as well. Doing it all for this team, as he did last year. Brown. Holston potentially wants the push off from Brown. Holston. Solomon all the way, but he gets blocked at the rim, and Gankovic in for Nizhny Novgorod. All the way up, and the finish. What an athletic play. Nizhny Novgorod. It was Jenkins and Brown there, linking up really well, and another long-range shot from David Holston is good for 3. This game heating up nicely now. 8 points for Holston. Ostapkovic. Pass and screen on the ball. Looking inside. Nizhny Novgorod shot close, running right down. Left hand hook is good for Gankovic. Holston again, so strong. And what a shot, and asking for the and one. He has to shoot it so high off the glass at times to evade the defense. But only 5'6". Jenkins. Still Jenkins. Now to Gankovic in the post. Oh, and he tried the no-look flip pass, but out of bounds and towards the seating in that corner, and Holston just slows down and shoots over the top of Brandon Brown. Brandon Brown at 186, David Holston at 1.67 meters. Brown comes out. Coach Lename giving out instructions. They lead by 3 to Dijon. Finished second in their regular season group, behind Zaragoza. Nizhny Novgorod finished in 3rd in theirs. Group C, Group D for Dijon, and Group C for Nizhny Novgorod.
Possession, Nizhny Novgorod. Allez, retour, défense.
Jenkins. Strebkov is in, and Strebkov number 19.
Première faute personnelle, termine le score. Remise en jeu sur le côté, Nizhny Novgorod.
Holston getting his defensive assignment, which is Jenkins. Strebkov into the corner now. Back to Strebkov. Here, catch and shoot. And he's just long. Great rebound by Gankovic. Here comes Jenkins. Penetrate, kick out to the corner, just off. And Holston brings it up the floor for Dijon. Just under a minute remaining in the first quarter. Screen and re-screen. Holston jump stops back outside to Solomon. Inside. And ball's knocked loose away from Matteo Landry. And nice play. Excuse me, not Landry, it's Saulius Galvitas. Tried to make the play in the post, got it ripped away, and Nizhny scored. Nice basket inside there. Holston. And big clash between Baburin and Holston. Baburin and Holston. Well, there was the screen, and he's bounced off the screen into Holston there. Solomon was part of that contact for sure. Holston Time running down at the end of the first quarter. Great pass. And the finish by Richard Solomon. What a throwdown. And the steal. Suleiman. Oh, he just can't get it to go, and he doesn't get the rebound. There was still time. There was still time. What a flurry of action at the end of the first quarter. Dijon in the ascendancy. They lead Nizhny Novgorod 20-17 at the end of the first quarter.
Lancé par Lapin dans les tribunes. Donc si vous récupérez le t-shirt, on vous retrouve sur le parquet tout à l'heure. Il faut battre le record de Blair, c'est-à-dire 13 lancers réussis pour devenir le roi ou la nouvelle reine du King Challenge et être invité au match.
And there's the statistics from the first quarter. 2 points, 70% and 58. 3-point range, Dijon 2 of 3, 6 from 7. But it's a real close game. And that was the start. The tip's so important in some of these games to get immediate momentum, and Nizhny Novgorod win the tip. And then Pavel Antipov with the slam. And then two teammates know each other so well. The club and country. Nice pass for the Chasson. He set the screen initially, didn't roll, he just faded out to the elbow. Favourite position, just knocks it down. Lamont Olmer, a couple of crossovers through the legs, behind the back, and that is tough. That's a big time play. A player who's #1 in efficiency for this team. Takes a lot of core strength, concentration to make that shot under close attention. And again, Song knows where he can help his team and hurt the opposition. That's the other side out. Maybe just a touch further than the last one, but it's the other side of that free throw line he's just behind. Anyway, we're back live in Dijon, France. At the Palais de Sport, Jean-Michel Geoffroy. Lalou. And it's a turnover between Lalou and Solomon. Strebkov, instant offense, just knocks down the baseline shot. Russian national team player. Very dangerous if he gets on a roll. She'll just lose the ball for a moment. Jeremy Lalou, wrap around pass, that's nice, but it's an offensive foul. Solomon using illegal tactics to get himself open underneath. I think you'll see his off arm just eases. Defender had already gone to ground. Shots up. Strebkov, you can't leave him open. You do not want him to get on a roll. He will take quick, always that slight lean forward with Strebkov, but he's got a quick release. Shots just off as Nizhny go from 2017 down to 22-20 up, 5-0 run. Shots up. Good defense from Holston there. Just doing enough to put Brandon Brown off. Just joining us, game one of a 3-game series. First time the Basketball Champions League has been 3-game series for the 2 knockout rounds, round of 16 and quarter-finals, as Axel Julien, French international, goes all the way to the basket for the layup. Strepkov this time, they're right on him as he comes off the screens. Laburin from deep. Just off. Solomon with another rebound. Holston, great bounce pass. And nice rebound by Vasilius Kalvitis. Lithuanians played 6 games, 6.2 points a game. Right on hand there to get the offensive rebound score as Brown knocks down the 3. Strepkov makes one, then Brown makes one. They're looking very potent at the moment, Nizhny Novgorod, on the offensive end. Let's see how they can guard this multi-talented JDA Dijon team. Solomon. Shots up. Suleiman to Solomon and back out to Suleiman. Holston, left hand. Hesitation underneath. He's so clever. Uses the hesitation dribble so well. And Brandon Brown saying, I couldn't have done much more.
Changement pour Nizhny Novgorod. Retour du numéro 7 de report.
David Holston, 34 years old now. 82.4% from the free throw line during the regular season. His second spell at Dijon, was there between 2015 and 17 and returned last year. And the game's tied at 25. Rebound Chassong to Holston. High screen offered and taken by Chassong. He gets the mismatch and just can't get it to go. The mismatch on Brown. Behind the back, Holston chasing Brown wherever he goes. And Novgorod just couldn't get that to go. Toropov, nice cut to the basket, but just didn't quite have the control at the hoop to finish. Tied at 25, 2 teams so closely matched. And what a move! Axel Julien! Brilliant play, what control. Hanging in the air, fading away, and Dijon's number 83 has a chance for a 3-point play.
Deuxième faute personnelle. Avoué. Pour la Noire, Axel Julien.
That was tough because the ball initially was on his left hand and then he's moved it across in midair back to his right side to make the shot with his right hand from the left side. So high tariff play there from Axel Julien, 27-year-old Frenchman. Strepkov, high screen, Toropov, and shots up and just out. A nice rebound by Vasilius Kalvitis. Julien, catch and shoot is just off. And well kept in. And Nizhny Novgorod. Brown. Oh, he's crossed over Julien. Couple of crossovers there between the legs and a little look away and then went to his left and then went from left to right. When Olmo returns. David Holston gets a well-earned rest. Strepkov, good play by Dijon, keeping him away from his shot. Another screen comes. And attacking the closeout, attacking Elevators. It's Pavel Antipov. Started the game with a dunk and just did a nice play there. As Astapkovich comes in for Nizhny Novgorod and Antipov comes out. 3 down are Nizhny Novgorod. Strepkov. Back to Strepkov on the handoff from Astapkovich. Shots up from the corner is long, and Sergei Toropov ends up on the floor. And foul called on Chasson. Two fouls on Chasson, French international. He will sit potentially for the rest of the quarter. Brown, Julien guarding him. Jenkins in the game, Toropov. And this time he does make it. Another dive to the basket. Alexander Toropov. 1 point lead for Dijon. Julien back outside, and the 3 is good. Kalvitas with the 3, showing his range there as well. Up to 5 points, 3 rebounds. Jenkins, double team momentarily. Brown, Julien on him. Toropov offers another screen, but Brown does not need it. He is dangerous. 13.9 points a game, 6.4 assists for Nizhny Novgorod. He's up to 6 points, 3 assists already in game 1 of the round of 16 playoffs. Top 4 from each of the 4 regular season groups have made it this far. Thrown up with his left hand, Salias Kalvitas. And a deflection and a steal. Great defense, active hands. Toropov turns it over and commits the foul. That is a tough left hand move, just throws it up. Kalvitas with a good play there. Previously with Liktabilis. Kalvitas. And a drive to the basket is good. Strepkov couldn't handle the drive from Lamont Olmer. Excuse me, Solomon. Solomon with the play, Rashid Solomon. He's #1 in scoring for this team at 14 points a game, and that's why. Plays like that and playing through the contact. And he knocks down the extra point for the 3-point play. And now Dijon have their largest lead of the game. Dijon 3 or 4 from the free throw line. Strepkov comes out. Some good scoring by him, but he gave away the foul there. But Rashid Solomon, a tough player to guard. Another steal, sloppy play by Nizhny Novgorod. Holston just decides to bring it back out. Screen and roll by Kalvitas. Saulius Kalvitas back outside. Holston, Kalvitas takes the 3 and makes the 3. Big moments for the Lithuanian. Big moments for JDA Dijon. Time out, and they love him here in Dijon. The Lithuanian has found a home. In beautiful Dijon, it's Nizhny Novgorod timeout and some soul searching. The coaching staff of Nizhny Novgorod and for the players. Let's listen in.
I said, good passing, guys! Ova igra! Sam nikome protiv položenog skora. Skoro, kad smo da simple horns on a stop ball, move the ball, 1-0 ball. Continue, let's go. Here we go.
Really frustrated. There's Lukic there, pleading with his team to deliver. No problem with Suljaskavicius delivering. Big moments for him, and big moments for Dijon. Skavicius up to 10 points already. 3 rebounds. Nizhny Novgorod. Can they eat into this lead? Nice pass, extra pass, and the finish by Parks. That was beautiful. The extra interior passing, especially the bounce pass, really difficult to deal with for the interior defense. Holston didn't have much rest. They need him tonight. They need this win, do Dijon. Oh, this is wonderful. Wonderful dribbling by a master tactician and ball handler and leader of this JDA Dijon team. 13 points, 83% from the field for their talisman here in Dijon, David Holston. Dribbled in. That's why you practice your retreat dribbles, but do it in a way you're going to get the defender on skates like that. Brandon Brown opened up, which gave the way, a clear way to the basket for David Holston. Comes Alou. Played all 14 games in the Basketball Champions League regular season. Dijon's number 9 in white. And a foul called on Suleiman. Can't quite understand it. That's clever. Just ripping through and creating the contact. Did Jenkins. Nice free throws. Oh, beautiful pass and the throw down inside. Richard Solomon wide open underneath, and David Holston leading the way with offense and assists. Nizhny Novgorod are 10 down. They find themselves shots up. Just long for Astapkovic from behind the arc. That is a beautiful pass by Holston. And big finish underneath by Solomon. Holston being chased around that three-point arc. Lalou pulls up, just off on the one-legged attempt. Brown through the gap, throws it up, and a hard foul by Suleiman and Lalou. Pro hop through the gap with the defense there. And both teams are in team fouls. So Michael Jenkins will go to the line for 2 shots. Excuse me. Brandon Brown will go to the line for 2 shots. Taking his time. Brown's averaging 13.7 points a game in the VTB United League. Holston. He's averaging 13.9 points a game in the Basketball Champions League, so doing some real work for Nizhny Novgorod this season. Previously with Balkan in the Bulgarian League. Trefil Sopot in the Polish League as Holston goes round. He's so difficult to deal with because he will shield the ball. He's already shown us his dribbling prowess with a retreat dribble and then the attack of the closeout once the defense opens up. He's always got his eyes up and around for the assists as well off the dribble. Another look at this. Pinar Karsiaka was his first pro team, David Holston, and now just had a relook at that, the referees. Point lead for JDA Dijon. Solomon misses the free throw. 73.2% free throw shooter. Second in rebounding, 10.7 points a game in the Basketball Champions League regular season. Former Oklahoma City Blue player. Previously played in the French Pro A at Gravelines Dunkirk. So into the final minute for the second quarter, thrown up. Novitas didn't quite come off that time for him. And with the red boots. Brandon Brown, screen, and then the duck to the basket by Gankovic. Shots up by Jenkins is good for 3. A timely response by Michael Jenkins. And it's just a 2-possession, 6-point game here. And David Holston will orchestrate the last shot for Dijon of the half. Hesitation, attacks. And he didn't get the kick out, and here comes Nizhny Novgorod. Pull up from behind the arc is good, but it's called a 2. I thought it was close. 2 fingers immediately raised by the referee, but that's perfect shooting to finish off the second quarter for Nizhny Novgorod. And we have a great game on our hands. Half-time here in Dijon is JDA Dijon 44, Nizhny Novgorod 40.
Profitez donc de cette trêve pour vous restaurer vos désintérêts et collectionner les éco-cups JDA.
Really good performance by Dijon in parts. They were 10 up And now Nizhny brought it back to 4 points. Here's the statistics from the first half. 50% from three, Dijon. 4 of 8. Rebounds, 14-11. Assists, 9-6. Both teams assist the ball very well during the regular season. And here's the top scorers: Holston, Arvitis and Chasang for Dijon, and Nizhny Novgorod, Brown with 10, Jenkins and Antipov. That's how we're set at half-time, just 4 points the lead for Dijon. Game 1 of 3, 2 games here, 1 in Russia, in Novgorod, and it's going to be huge. And with Dijon in their first Basketball Champions League playoff game, and Nizhny Novgorod trying to win their first Basketball Champions League road game in the playoffs. They lost twice in 2018, 2019, losing to Umana Venezia and Telenet Giants Antwerp. Can they change things around in the second half and get that first win, or will Dijon take the 1-0 lead to Russia? It's very close. There's been some good performances. Korvitas really came into his own with a good stretch for the French team. With 6 games of the regular season, averaging 6.2 points a game, so he's above that average already, and rebound average. As we see Julien finish, and a nice play, and then Korvitas just hanging around and getting the Julien miss. Julien trying some acrobatics edges, couldn't quite hang in the air for long enough. And then Strebkov, he'd already made a 3 and a 2, so he then became decoy and found Brandon Brown. It's a tough pass across his body as well. Strebkov. And Julien, number 2 in assists, number 1 in steals, makes that move, and he loves it, and the crowd love him here. A French favourite in Dijon. That is tough, going left and having to manoeuvre the ball from his left hand to his right in mid-air so he can just make that finish. And a wraparound pass to Arvitis for the first of 2 threes. Just a screen and or pick and pop, however you want to call it. And then some handoff action for Nizhny Novgorod. And off the dribble, that is tough by Brandon Brown. Well, I hope you're enjoying the highlights. Do download the Basketball Champions League app during the half-time break. But don't go anywhere. We've got a great one here in Dijon, France. JDA Dijon lead 44-40. We'll be back in a few moments' time with the second half. Just before we do take the break, looking at Brandon Brown, leading player for Nizhny Novgorod. And he was the leading player coming into this game. But Brown, 10 points, 4 assists for the Nizhny Novgorod star. And then on the other side, Who can ignore the brilliance of David Holston? 13 points, 2 assists, 5 of 6 field goal percentages. He's not just shooting twos from the field. 3 of 3 from 2, 2 of 3 from 3. That is outstanding. David Holston, second spell at Dijon. That is tough. That shot's on a par with Axel Julian's shot as well. Remember, Julian just 6 foot tall, and David Holston 5'6" at 1.67 m. Extraordinary. You don't have to be big to play this game, and that he just brings the big defenders out like Stojakovic at 2'2". Soon as he steps towards him, he's gone. He's so quick. It's how you use your quickness. He went to put his second hand on the basketball as if he was going to shoot, and then just exploded to the hoop. Okay, this time I will leave you with some more highlights and top plays from the Basketball Champions League. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Sula, little crossover, little step back. Oh, wonderful handle by the big man, my goodness. Oh, wonderful pass and a wonderful finish. What a big, big play by Masulas. Foster now hands it off. Oh, what a rejection by Johnson.
Misses the first, and they need to foul. They get it back for the 3. Oh, it's good! The 3 is good! Marco Filippovi! That's why he was in the game. Zoltan Paul to make the 2. Filippovi has made the 3. What a game! What drama!
Left hand with a crushing dunk all over Hapoel Jerusalem. Throw down off the alley-oop for Chris Dow. He is starting to really have a positive impact for this team.
And what a tough catch by Martin, then he puts it up! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, he's made it! Was it Stone in the end?
Oh, what a block. 3 on 2, 4 on 2, and they pull it out.
Over to Saunders, he puts it up, he had a lot of time left. Ah, he hits a 3! Can you believe it? Unbelievable! There will be no overtime! Back to Lund. Oh my Lord! I mean, he stares it down. You remember the name. It is Abdullah Lund.
And welcome back to Dijon. The game leaders, Holston 13 points to Song 5 rebounds, Julien 2 assists, the leaders for JDA Dijon. And they have played well as a team, and they threatened to get away. They got to a 10-point lead, and then Dijon have come back strong. And there's David Holston. We looked at him before the half-time break. 13 points, 5 of 6 from the field, and 2 assists. And he's played a lot of minutes as well. 14.5 minutes he's played. Rashid Suleiman, 17 minutes. That's pretty good return, 14 minutes, 13 points. And the game leaders for Nizhny. Brown with 10 points, Jankovic 3 rebounds, and Brown with 4 assists. He's averaging 13.9 points a game and 6.4 assists. There's Brown and Brown. He is the leader of this team offensively, 30-year-old American. And there's the Nizhny game leaders. 10 points for Brown, 4 assists for Brown. And Jankovic with the 3 rebounds. There's Brown, 10 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 60%, and 4 assists. It's 2 of 3 from behind the arc, 1 of 2. Taken a lot of shots to get his 10 points. High efficiency players, Brown and Holston, really showing out in this Basketball Champions League round of 16 at game day 1, knockout. And that's how the first half ended, off the uncharacteristic turnover by Holston. He has shot the ball right at crossover there. He's pulled up on the 2-point range. It was right at the buzzer. And let's listen in to the coaches before we get the third quarter underway here in Dijon.
By 4. Okay? Without turnover, it's 8-10 points, guys. Okay? Hey, just little more in defense. For the team, half court. Get back defense. Everybody. Okay? Ready on first pick and roll. Rebound. Rebound, push the ball. Okay? Continue edge. Okay? Adu Lamont. Switch. Post up, more trap. Contest the ball, orientation. Okay. Here, trap, here, no trap. Okay. Give me a first stop. One down. Use the ball. Over. Pass. UCLA, nothing. Hand off. Change the side here. Okay? Change the side. Back screen. Cross screen. Over. Nothing. We're finishing with help. Shot, try, nothing else. Okay?
You don't want me to screen him first off, let him go across?
Yes. Okay. So up this, he continue. Nothing, just follow. Let's go. Easy.
Retour des deux équipes sur le parquet du Palais des Sports. Et applaudissements du public pour la JDA Dijon.
So we're underway. Just joining us, Nizhny Novgorod in the dark uniforms. And Dijon, the home team here in France, in white. So Strepkov Antipov, Baburin, Brown. Nice wraparound pass, but couldn't quite be completely controlled. And now it's a backcourt violation for Nizhny Novgorod from right under their basket of Dijon. Pavel Antipov, who started the game so well with a dunk, starts the third quarter with a turnover. Dijon inside. A nice finish by Chasson, and again Axel Julien and Chasson, they link together so well for club and country. Baburin, Chasson up to 8 points, 5 rebounds, shots up, and shot is good. Pavel Antipov, what a way to recover and respond to that last mistake and the turnover. 3-point lead for Dijon. Looks like it's going to be a great series here, round of 16. Turnover by Axel Julien. Here comes Nizhny, but they've turned it over. Brown pushing the ball ahead. And too far ahead. To Julien, screen coming, roll. And again, they knew it was coming. Julien left his feet and the turnover was complete. Strebkov, Baburin inside. And Terrell Parks trying to force his way between the two defenders. Here comes Julien all the way across. Threes up and just short. And well kept alive, but Parks. Nizhny Novgorod fighting hard here on the road in Dijon. Brown, just catch and shoot. You can't leave him open, and Julien just left a moment of space, and we're tied at 46. Suleiman spins, keeps his balance brilliantly against Parks. Wonderful move. Right hand dribble, spins to his left and finishes close to the hoop. It's foot violation of Julien. And in comes Holston. Oh, Julien. That is wonderful. Baburin tried to get the knock away, but Suleiman with the spin and protecting the ball against Parks. Technical foul called, and Strebkov, Suleiman with a technical foul, and Strebkov makes the free throw, and possession will go back to Nizhny Novgorod, where the technical foul was called. So Nizhny Novgorod chance to take the lead yet again. Playing tough here on the road. Strebkov looking inside, nothing doing. Gankovic steps out for the screen. They keep it outside. Baburin, Strebkov, he needs to attack. They need to get the shot up, and they do. And ball's loose. And look at that offensive rebound attempt by Strebkov, but Holston has the ball for Dijon. Chasson sets the screen. Holston just short on this occasion. Brown and passes it up. Clever pass. Wide open three on the trail is good. And Antipov is playing well for Nizhny Novgorod. Inside and out. Dunks and three-pointers. He's up to 12 points, 63% from the field. Suleiman responds for three. Rashid Suleiman, the Nigerian, showing what he can do from behind the arc. 1 point lead for Dijon. Antipov to Strebkov. And now another three's on its way, just off for Antipov. Holston always attracts a lot of attention and trying to match up against him. It's really tough. 3 turnovers though for Holston, including that one right at the end of the second quarter. Maybe wanting to improve on that statistic for sure. And then comes young Alexander Chadov. It's getting very emotional here. He's 18 years old, just to remind you, Chadov, 2 meters 1. Russian international at junior level. Suleiman trying to do it himself, kicks it back out. Chassong drives, and there was nothing doing. He was in mid-air, ball's loose, still loose. And last touch by Dijon, according to the officials. And now Dijon have to stay calm. They will not want another technical foul. Chassong, that was tough. He had nowhere to go, and he's thrown it into a wall of Novgorod defenders. Nizhny Novgorod. Laurent Lename has some problems to deal with. Strepkov, they're playing him really tight. They don't want him to get a clear look at the basket. Shots up, pull-up jump shot is just off by Chadov on this occasion, but they get the offensive rebound. Strepkov, way downtown, just long. And here comes Dijon, but ball stolen. Lemont Olmer getting the ball taken right away from him. Brown. Strepkov, 19-9, beware on the Novgorod side. And a whistle has been blown, and let's just see what's going to be called. Dijon have to keep control of their emotions. Be another technical foul potentially, or is it just Nizhny Novgorod ball? Coach is being spoken to, Lename. He's not looking happy. And a lot of shoulder shrugging. Yankovic to Strepkov, to Chadov, looking inside, back outside to Strepkov. He won't mind where he shoots from. He's fouled by Abdoulaye Loum. He's played 11 minutes, Loum. No points, 2 rebounds, 1 block. That beautiful block in the first half, right at the rim. Tough defense there from Loum. Former Chalon player, French league champion with them in 2017. Let's see what he can do here on this defensive sequence. Handoff to Brown, back to Antipov. Good defense by Dijon, closing down Pavel Antipov really well. Five seconds remaining on the shot clock. Just over halfway through the third quarter. I hope you're enjoying the action. Basketball Champions League, round of 16, game day 1. Game 1 of 3. To decide who goes to the quarterfinals. Shots up from the corner, no good. Big rebound by Loum. Holston. Dijon can take the lead. Loum. Back into Loum, and foul on the floor, and it's getting very feisty here Evgeny Baburin, and a lot being said between the two teams here, and the referees keeping them apart. A lot at stake. Nizhny Novgorod trying to win their first playoff game on the road at the third attempt, and Dijon playing in their first playoff game in the Basketball Champions League. It's out of bounds, baseline for Dijon, and Lukic right there to see that the ball last off a Dijon player, so Nizhny Novgorod. Beautiful pass inside by Strepkov. And a whistle. A foul on Rashid Suleiman.
Changement pour le JDA Dijon. Applaudissements à l'aventure, applaudissements à Rachid Suleiman. Retour de Jérémy Leloup, côté d'Excel-Sur. Troisième faute
Nizhny
personnelle.
Novgorod quarter-finals they made last year.
Deux lancers francs pour Nizhny Novgorod. Au lancer,
And runners-up in the Russian Cup as well. Reached the quarter-finals of the Basketball Champions League. Still as we were. 4 of 7 now for Nizhny Novgorod, 57% from the line. They'll be wanting to improve that as there's more contact with Jeremy Leloup getting fouled by the looks of things.
sortie du numéro 19, Strepkov. Deuxième faute personnelle,
Sideline possession for Dijon. Leloup into Holston. In motion against Jenkins this time. Crossover, brings it back for 3, is just short. This time he did it all himself. Just couldn't quite get it to go. Brown, all the way across. Astapkovic. Astapkovic spins. Left hand, finish is good. Tough move by Anton Astapkovic. And Nizhny Novgorod do take the lead with 3:30 remaining in the third. Here in Dijon, France, game 1 of 3-game series in the round of 16 Basketball Champions League. 4th edition of the tournament. Shots up and good. Richard Solomon with a nice post move. Dijon by 1. Solomon 7 points, 3 rebounds, and what has happened away from the ball here? Well, I can tell you, Astapkovic is down. He gets help to his feet, and there's a lot going on the ball, but maybe even more so off the ball. Dijon in team fouls. Nizhny 1 foul away from being at that point. Remember, this is 3-game series. The last 3 years has been 2-game aggregate. 1 home, 1 away. Add the 2 scores up, you have your winner. So this could be over in 2 games, or we could be coming back here for game 3. And just having another look at it to see if it's unsportsmanlike from Leloup. Let's see what happens here. And actually, it looks inadvertent potentially. You've got Solomon. Let's just see what happens as Astapkovic goes past Solomon. Stupkovic, 26-year-old Russian, 4.1 rebounds a game. Nizhny Novgorod lead by 1. Solomon hands off to Holston. That is class! A class act. David Holston, such a tough shot. Catch and shoot, Dijon by 2. 16 points for Dijon's David Holston. 5 above his average of 11.1. Big game for a big player. Ball's loose. Nizhny keep hold of it. Stupkovic. Long 3. It's a foul by Julien. That's a tough foul. I think that Jenkins jumped into Julien. Let's have a look. He's up and, well, Jenkins has got to have somewhere to come down, and Julien's gone up with 2 hands up, but he has jumped into Jenkins' space, so correct call. 3 shots for Michael Jenkins. FIBA Europe Cup winner, of course, with Venezia in 2018. And the Montenegrin Cup champion all the way back in 2009. Buduknost Podgorica makes the free throws. 33-year-old. Went to Winthrop College. Potted history of Jenkins there. So we're back underway, tied at 56. Oh, nice move. But Solomon couldn't get it to go. He had the left-hand finish. Just couldn't get it to go down. Back out to the corner, attack the closeout. Ball's loose. And Antipov has got hit in the face big time. Dijon down the other end. And another strong foul. Solius Kalvitas attempted the basket, the layup, or maybe it would have been a dunk, but Strebkov right there. Let's just check this out. His hand was high, it was going for the ball. Of course, Dijon asking for unsportsmanlike. It's a real old school game in some ways. Very physical, saying to your opponent, if you want to score, you're going to score from the line. The ref's doing a good job so far as Kalvitas 85.7% from the free throw line. Up to tonight. He's 100% from the line this evening. 12 points, 3 rebounds. 2-point lead as we enter the last 2 minutes of the third. 2-point lead for Dijon, that is. Jenkins. And good hands by Julien. He wasn't going to make the same mistake again. On Lukic, a lot of outstretched arms and questions being asked by the coaches tonight. Such pressure, almost a steal by Holston. And again by Julien, the 2 top men on the Dijon team for steals, almost combining there for a steal themselves. Strebkov directing traffic from the top. Screen comes and goes. Strebkov, extra pass, but great defense by Dijon. Lalou is fouled at half court. And the question being asked without any verbals there, just the eyes from Jeremy Lalou. Referee, look what he's done to me. Chadov, the young Russian, getting tangled up. The legs got tangled up. Don't think there's any intent to cause any harm there. But it looks worse than possibly is. We will see. Is it going to be called clumsy and a regular foul, or intentional? And I think it'd be harsh if it's called intentional. Jankovic on the sideline. Maybe Lenane is saying, well, you've called that one, an earlier one, as intentional, why not that one? But if they haven't called it intentional, I think it's a correct call. Jeremy Lalou. Second time with Dijon. He was there 2010 to 2013. Born in Le Mans, France. Makes the second. Came with Le Mans and Strasbourg before coming to Dijon, where he hopes to win more trophies as he did at the previous two clubs. Could it be the Basketball Champions League? Well, they have a 3-point lead over Nizhny Novgorod. Pull-up is no good for Jenkins. Good defense by Dijon without fouling. Here comes Julien. Solomon, jump, hook, turn around, no good. And we're into the last minute of the third quarter. Astopkovic backing down Holston. Back outside, inside. And Toropov couldn't keep hold of the ball, and it's a turnover for Nizhny Novgorod. 13 turnovers for them. 15 turnovers. 14 turnovers for Dijon. Holston pulls up for three. Short, but he gets his own rebound, and that's poor defense, poor defensive rebound by Nizhny Novgorod. Dijon right to the basket. Holston to Kalvitas, who have combined well this evening. Shot clock running down, great defense. And it's called a travel on Toropov. Couple of turnovers in quick succession for him. And a 5-point lead for Dijon. And they shoot from three-quarter court. And Axel Julien just missing the long court heave. So at the end of the third quarter, JDA Dijon 61, Nizhny Novgorod 56. Hope you're enjoying the action here on livebasketball.tv. If you haven't already done so, do download the Basketball Champions League app. You can enjoy the Basketball Champions League even more with the app. Check out the website, of course. 67% from two, 43% from three for Dijon, 77% from the line. They lead all the major shooting categories, and they lead the game by 5 here in Dijon. We're at the Palais de Sport, Jean-Michel Geoffroy. Wonderful arena, full to capacity tonight. Axel Julien, what a great point guard he is. Just the 3 assists tonight, 4 assists for Holston. They're the 2 leading assist men for Dijon. And that was Antipov. Just a little handoff from Terrell Parks in the post. This was tough because he nearly lost balance, but enough concentration and skill to hang in the air and finish off the glass. Seen a few good ones from Dijon, from Solomon, from Julien, and also from Holston. And then let's kick ahead, and then the trail 3. Antipov, 3 points. 3 points. It's been a while since I spoke French for any length of time. And then Suleiman with the 3, just catch, couple of quick dribbles, step back, side to side, splash. High level play here in the Basketball Champions League, and we've got 1 quarter to go. Or will it be enough? It will go to overtime, of course. No aggregate score this year. It's 3-game series. We must have a winner tonight. Oh, beautiful play, and Holston gets open underneath. Just a simple give and go, and Julien and Holston combining beautifully for 1 assist and 2 points. Holston up to 18 points, way above his average for the season. Fabiurin, steal, another turnover, this time Kalvitas with the steal. Kovic with the defensive foul. Lalou going down the sideline. One more slide, and Lalou would not have had anywhere to go going down his left side there. Holston, high screen from Solomon all the way across to Lalou. Solomon looking inside in the post. Toropov guarding him, and he does just enough. And here comes Nizhny Novgorod with Astapkovic. Blocked at the rim by Lalou. Jeremy Lalou with a big-time defensive play. And Astapkovic, another foul. That's great defense. There's Chadov trying to get the play, the young 18-year-old trying to finish with his left hand, but Lalou too quick, too strong for him that time. Julien taking the handoff, high screen for Kovitas. And Julien going for the dunk. Impressive flying skills there for the young French international. Alon Strebkov. So screen and re-screen there. Clever play by Dijon. Another screen coming from Kovitas. He actually gets the ball from Holston, down by his knees. Holston to setting it up, and splash! 3 points there for David Holston. You can see he's just teasing and tormenting his defender, and he knocks it down for 3. 21 points, 67% from the field. High class entertainment and skill from Holston. And the steal, he's doing it all. Nizhny Novgorod starting to fall apart. And I'll tell you what, Julien was up for the dunk there as well. And it's time out here in Dijon. The trumpets play, the band plays, and Dijon are playing a great game. And it's Holston to Dijon. Before it was Dijon to Holston. Excuse me, Julien to Holston. And it's a Nizhny Novgorod timeout. Great play by the home team. Let's listen in to the Nizhny Novgorod timeout. Coach Zoran Lukic has almost lost his voice. He's so frustrated. That is a big-time shot. With 2 meters for Pavel Antipov, right on top of 1 meter 67, David Holston. Just got to be quick. You've got to be smart if you're undersized compared, say, with the person that's guarding you. Nice pass inside. Good recovery defense, though, by Dijon. Really playing with intent here, and now it's an offensive foul against Nizhny Novgorod. Nice job by Saulius Kovitas. And Antipov judged for the foul. Let's have a look at this. Just haranguing defense by Kovitas, and little elbow in the stomach, and Kovitas makes the most of it, and out comes Antipov. Tough moments. Biggest lead of the game for Dijon. Up by 12. At home, game 1, round of 16, knockout stage! And what a beautiful play. And is that the knockout punch delivered by Dijon to Nizhny Novgorod. Another timeout by Coach Lukic. And it's getting out of hand. What a play. What a pass by Axel Julien. Teamwork of the highest level. Lots of questions, more soul searching. Let's listen in to Coach Lukic. A difficult moment for him in the context of this game.
Можно сейчас подготовиться во второй игре, попробовать другую защиту, напишите, как она будет выглядеть. Просто попробуй. Let's try defense switch. Close right hand. If he goes under and push him left. Okay. First offense. Feet up. Flying. Second feet side. Okay, let's go. Давай.
L'équipe de la JDA Dijon, 70-56.
That is awesome play, highlight play, but it's just a screen and roll, no help. By the time Baburin and Antepkovic have reacted, it's too late. And of course, Dijon, top of the Jeep Elite Pro A standings, 21-3 record, ahead of Monaco and Asphalt. And Nizhny Novgorod are feeling the full force of Dijon in this game one of the round of 16 playoffs. There's a foul called.
Deuxième faute personnelle, relancé
Nizhny Novgorod are 7th in the VTB United League standings with a record of 7-10, so they're struggling with Kimki at the top, 17-1, and Sheska 14-4. Sheska Moscow, so tough time in the league. Now, JDA Dijon in control. 12-point lead, long time to go in this one. 7:30 remaining. Three-point shot by Solomon, just off. And Brandon Brown with the rebound. Catch and shoot is good for three. And before any more momentum can be gathered by the Nizhny Novgorod, timeout for JDA Dijon.
Dave, stay on the net after. Stay on the net. Okay? Goal. Switch to him. Like that. Okay? Pass the line, Dave. And after, get back defense. Don't forget that. I repeat, chest for. Okay? Axel here. David, Jérémy, X on press. Which chasse. Passe to Dave. Jérémy, tu vas là. Max here. Maintenant, Jérémy, back sweep. Okay? Chest for.
1, 2, 3.
Look at the highlights. Nizhny Novgorod in the Russian VTB, their last game, they beat Lokomotiv by 3. Lokomotiv Kugam. Dijon are on a huge winning streak, and they're continuing it here at the moment. 13-game winning streak in the French Pro A. Massive win against Besiktas in game day 14 in the regular season before the international break. Dejected looking Brandon Brown there. Only 9 down. They're 10 down now. Marcel Julien. No free throws. Three of 3 tonight. So 11-point lead for Dijon. Brown throws it up, no good. Off balance, falling to the left, no foul called, a lot of contact. And David Holston in possession. Vitus was waiting, and Jankovic with the foul. And Nizhny Novgorod in team fouls. Dijon only committed one foul. It really has been a tough quarter for Nizhny Novgorod. So Axel Julien back at the line. Makes another free throw. .7 assists in his last French Pro A game against Orleans. Just loves to share the basketball. But can score it as well. He's up to 10 points tonight. 5 assists, same number of assists as Holston. And another turnover, just miscommunication. And young Alexander Chadov, this is a real baptism of fire here in the Basketball Champions League. Round of 16 playoffs. He played in game day 14 and did a good job against Riga. We were at the bottom of that regular season group in Latvia, and Brown finishes on the deck and helped up by Julien. Jeremy Lalou in close attendance as well. Brown. Oh, nice pass. And good finish by Nizhny Novgorod and Jankovic. Holston. Double teamed, he's got to go through and kicks it out. Extra pass, Lalou attacks the baseline. Good defense though. That was young Chadov coming right across at perfect time on the help. Plenty of time left in this game. Technical foul again. And Jeremy Lalou needs to calm down. They're in control of the game. He's got to keep control of himself. Technical foul for Jeremy Lalou. Played all 14 games in the regular season. And he's taking a seat right now. Just to calm down. He'll only take a couple of shots. As the technical foul shot by Brown goes all the way around the rim. He's indicating that the block by Chadov might have been a foul, and he gets called for just a handshake. But a handshake is a foul. You've got to keep your hands up, keep your feet active. He knows that. Shots up, and it's just off by Astakovic. He was wide open there on the ball reversal. Julien, look at Julien go! He's on fire, he's electric. Très bon, monsieur. That was beautiful. Axel Julien, here comes Nizhny Novgorod, straight back. Double team. Extra quick pass. Chadov, really good effort on getting it back. And just miscommunication. Pass was just off. Jankovic and Astakovic just couldn't get themselves together there. Watch this. He's just weaving his way. It's just like a dribble warm-up through the cones at the start of practice. And the cones were replaced by Nizhny Novgorod defenders. Holston, beautiful pass. It's one-on-one. And Solomon with the score over Astakovic. That's so smart. The defense chased Holston. He just made the pinpoint bounce pass to Solomon for the score. Pass and screen. Jankovic, 11 points for Solomon. Brown, hesitation, and a foul called on Richard Solomon. Brown, just nice hesitation with that left-hand dribble. 78-64, JDA Dijon lead. Chasson back in, bring a bit of stability to Dijon defense. And Brown harassed, harangued, wide open shot is good for Chadov. That's really nice play by the youngster. Chasson penetrate inside to him and back out to Holston just off. And Nizhny Novgorod inside, outside is off. Chadov trying the long range shot, but just couldn't get it to go. Jenkins waiting to come in for Nizhny Novgorod, how they need his offensive firepower. Kalvitas, Chasson to Ulmer. Ulmer, left hand is good. Really nice, rolling left-handed layup. Extends the Dijon lead to 14. 40-22, points in the paint for JDA Dijon. Catch and shoot, but Burin for three. He is dangerous from behind the arc. That's his first 3 points of the game. He could do with more of that from Evgeny Baburin. Holston all alone on the baseline. Julien again finds his teammate Chasson. And a nice appreciation between the two. Beautiful shot by Brown, just elevates off the dribble. No trouble for Brandon Brown, leading scorer for this Nizhny Novgorod team, and leader in assists as well. Strong defensive presence there by Anton Astapkovich. That's a beautiful pass, and Chasson with a left-hand finish. Not quite the elevation of Richard Solomon, but equally as effective. All it is that one will get on the highlight reel and one won't. That's the only difference. Here comes Julien, double teamed, good decision. Even better decision by Chasson there, Alexandre Chasson. That's beautiful, up and under, step through, finish with the left hand. What a great tandem those two players are for club and country, and it's not the first time I've said that tonight. Brown, wraparound pass inside, Toropov. Walks outside for three, misses everything. 90 seconds remaining here in Dijon, and they can start to relax slightly, slow the game down, run some shot clock. That's exactly what they're doing, the double team trap. Back to Chasson. What's he going to do this time? Extra pass. Maybe he should have shot that. Ulmer couldn't catch the pass there. Inside, Toropov is good for two. Sergei Toropov, 30-year-old Russian. And the crowd know they've got game one in the bag now. Toropov up to 6 points. Toropov, of course, returning to Nizhny Novgorod. Under a minute remaining. Toropov, who came back to Nizhny in last month. Just here for the rest of this season, the playoffs, and for next season as well. Rashid Solomon continues his good play and Nizhny Novgorod in team fouls. And a dejected looking Brandon Brown. He's tried his absolute most to try and get a road win, but Nizhny Novgorod still without a road win in the Basketball Champions League playoffs, and Dijon at their first attempt get a win. Countdown now. 86-73, JDA Dijon lead. Oh, beautiful pass, great catch. He's got wonderful hands, Alexandre Chasson. And now Nizhny Novgorod will just dribble the ball out, and that's what it appears at the end of this game. And it's going to be a 15-point win for Dijon at home. They've done the job here in France. Next game, game 2, it will be in Novgorod next week. The winner of this series will play the winner of Turk Telecom. And the final score here, Dijon 83, Nizhny Novgorod 73. Dijon 88, Nizhny Novgorod 73 is the final score, and Dijon lead the 3-game series 1-0, and a very happy Stelios Kalvaitis. He's played well tonight.
We forget some stuff sometimes, okay? But we can correct that, but intensity is good, okay? Keep continuing, let's go.
And just final words from Axel Julien to the team, and here's the game statistics. Shooting percentages, 17-16 assists for Dijon. They're just ahead of Nizhny for the season, 10-8 in steals. Dijon are the leading team for steals in the Basketball Champions League regular season. As the crowd and the players connect. And here's Holston, 21 points, Brown with 19, Chasson 14, Antipov 12, Jenkins 11, and Kalvaitis 14 points. So, great win for Dijon. They continue their winning streak, 13-game winning streak in the French Pro A, and now they continue that with a round of 16 game 1 victory. They must have so much confidence. Axel Julien having some fun with the crowd in the front row there. It's a wonderful arena, and it's a superb victory by JDA Dijon, taking game 1. Nizhny Novgorod are going to have to go back to Russia, lick their wounds, try and get some momentum in the VTB United League. As I say, they've had a big win against Lokomotiv Kuban, as won by 3 points at the weekend. And Dijon just rolling over Orleans. But they are rolling over everybody at the moment, and they keep their streak alive as David Holston. Great use of the dribble and just luring the defender out. And if you don't come out, I'm going to shoot it. Pavel Antipov just can't react quick enough, can't move quick enough to get his hands up enough. And look at Axel Julien on the run. Holston looks one way, looks to Lalou, and hands the perfect pass to Julien. The dynamic duo just get better and better. And a high screen from Solomon. He's just waiting, and there is high-flying Richard Solomon. Julien just waited for him. Let's see it again. Just a little pocket bounce pass and a big throwdown. No help. No way you're going to stop that. We're going to see it again from the reverse angle. I think we are. 3 times. It gets better every time. Solomon must love playing with these guys. I think they all love playing with Julien and Holston. And there's Brandon Brown, who's done his utmost tonight to try and get a road win. The first road win for Nizhny Novgorod. Well, they're going to have to win at home and then get that road win next in 2 weeks' time. Because if they don't, Dijon will be going through as winners of this series. They face the winner of the Turk Telekom game. So it's been a wonderful game. Basketball Champions League, playoff basketball, and it just makes it even more exciting. They're going best of 3 series. And Turk Telekom Ankara beat Besiktas, the all-Turkish clash, 89-78. So they